Charlene, let me know when we're ready.
We are ready.
Okay, ready? Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Mr. Schoen, do we have a quorum?
Yes, you do, President Crawford. You have 11. I'm sorry, you're missing one member.
Okay.
12
Very
of 13.
Excellent. As you know, all of our board meetings are recorded. The public can access our meetings via the live stream on our state board website. They can also view them through our vendor, Town Hall Streams, and on YouTube. Meeting videos, agenda, and other materials are posted online. I'm going to read a statement now that will allow us to go into executive session. We will go into executive session and return in about 10 or 15 minutes and into public session. Pursuant to Section 3-305B1 of the General Provisions Article of the Annotated Code of Maryland, the State Board will adjourn to executive session to discuss the following: personnel matters regarding the search for the new state superintendent of schools. The floor is now open for a motion that would allow us to go into executive session.
So moved.
Have it with Dr. Millie McCarthy, seconded by Mr. Paul. The floor is now open for discussion of the motion. Seeing no discussion, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye and raise your hand. Aye.
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 Mr. Bartley, you are in agreement?
Yes, I said aye. Thank you.
Okay, very good. So the motion passed. We're going to now go to executive session. Switch to the other link. We'll be in exec session. And members of the public, we should be back in about, hopefully about 15 minutes or maybe a little less. Thank you.
Yeah.
Waiting for everyone to return. Hearing our ex officio members in the background. Okay. Are we all back? I think so. Good afternoon again, members of the public. We want to now, again, thank you for participating with us. This time, I'd like to ask Dr. Michael to give us an update on the search and to lead the initial part of the discussion. Dr. Michael.
Thank you, President Crawford, and thank you and the board for the opportunity to chair our search committee for the superintendent. I want to acknowledge both members of the search committee and the full board has been deeply involved in this extensive national search. I'll take a moment to provide a brief overview of the process and conclusion of our search committee. We began our search committee. We formed the search committee last fall in October of 2023. We put the posted a bid. We posted a request for proposals. For a search firm to walk with us, and we had the great fortune of partnering with an HYA team. And we're fortunate again to work with Dr. Monica Brown and Dr. Jack Smith, who were invaluable partners in really developing a thorough and effective search process. We began by holding a series of virtual town halls and focus groups consisting of stakeholders, legislators, parents, students, advocates, members of the executive branch, and members of the MSDE team. We had 211 stakeholders in all participate in virtual town halls. Very pleased with the engagement in that portion. In addition, we put out a survey which received 353 respondents that helped build the profile of the superintendent that we were looking for. This feedback told us clearly that Maryland needs and wants an experienced school leader with a clear track record of improving outcomes for children and an understanding of public education in Maryland. We had great interest in the position. As of the close of the application on March 1st, 2024, we had over 40 individuals that had expressed interest in the position and 26 that fully completed applications for our review. The state board reviewed all candidates and identified those with whom we wanted to hold interviews and conduct a series of interviews we did together through March and April. We had very strong candidates, but the board coalesced strongly around one candidate who rose to the top, who met our desired characteristics and leadership profile developed in the initial months of the search process after engaging deeply with stakeholders across the state. President Crawford, we have identified a candidate who has extensive experience as an education leader, both in Maryland and nationally in public schools. One who has experience as a superintendent, possesses the skills and dispositions to effectively lead not only the schools across the state, but our Maryland State Department of Education, and a leader has a track record of championing reform that yields improved outcomes for children, especially for students from low-income backgrounds and students of color. With that, President Crawford, I would like to make a motion that the state board approve the appointment of Dr. Carrie Wright as the Maryland State Superintendent of Schools for the term beginning on July 1st, 2024 through June 30th, 2028.
Excellent. The floor is now open for a second. We have a motion on the floor. The floor is now open. So it's seconded by Dr. Millie McCarthy. The floor is now open for discussion of the motion. Seeing no discussion of the motion, I'm going to ask Mr. Hands to conduct a roll call vote.
Thank you, President Crawford. Ms. Ayula,
Yes.
Mr. Bartley,
Yes. Yes.
thank you.
Sorry.
Ms. Chang,
Yes.
Dr. Getty,
Yes.
Dr. Goldson,
Aye and yes.
Mr. Greer,
Yes.
Dr. Johnson,
Yes.
Dr. Millie McCarthy,
Yes.
Ms. McCusker,
Yes.
Dr. Michael,
Yes.
Mr. Paul,
Yes.
and President Crawford.
Yes.
Dr. Wilcox is absent, 12-0.
Very good. So the motion passes. This is great. Is Dr. Wright in the waiting room? Just a second, we'll bring her in. We'll give you then an opportunity to say a couple of words and for Dr. Wright to say a few words. Okay, she's joining us now.
What are you doing?
Good evening, Dr. Wright. Wanted to welcome you to our special board meeting. I wanted to let you know that we've conducted a roll call vote and it was unanimous. We're excited about having you be with us and to be the state superintendent effective July 1st for a 4-year term. We're extremely excited about that. Want to give the board members an opportunity to any comments they may have, express any comments, and then we will give you an opportunity to say a few words as well. Again, congratulations and thank you so much for your interest and willingness to help the children in the state of Maryland.
Thank you.
The children in the state of Maryland. So the floor is now open for any board members that may wish to express any comments. Dr. Millie McCarthy.
Hi, Dr. Wright. I am so excited that you are going to lead the State Department of Education for the next 4 years at least. Thank you so much. You have brought so much joy to my life at our meetings, with our conversations. I'm just very, very thrilled, and just thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Millie McCarthy. Anyone else? Anyone else? Dr. Getty and then Mr. Paul and Ms. Chang.
I think in Maryland, we call this a trifecta. We have the tremendous value of Blueprint to guide our work. We have the tremendous support of the legislature with the promise of increased funding. And now we have the tremendous asset of good leadership. So I think we're all on the right track and we are so happy to have you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Mr. Paul and then Ms. Chang.
Yeah, it's been such a pleasure to see your work in the department in the time thus far. And the process leading to your permanent selection was rigorous. It was a thorough search. And I'm just so excited to see what you're going to do with this full 4-year term. Excited to be a partner with you in this work and grateful for your service to the young people and educators of Maryland.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Ms. Chang.
Dr. Wright. Thank you, Mr. President Crawford. Dr. Wright, I'd like to express my sincere gratitude that you are taking this position and take the Maryland students' achievement and closing the gap as your challenge after your retirement. I admire you, especially, yeah. After a couple of school site visit with you, you kind of responding to our stakeholders, students, and parents. I really admire your passion. I'm looking forward to working with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And anyone else? Oh, Mr. Bartley? Mr. Bartley, is that joining us softball game or baseball game?
Yeah, okay. Dr. Wright, I am so ecstatic that you are our new superintendent of schools. I've known you since our time together on the Montgomery County Children, Youth, and Families Board. And at that time, before you became a superintendent in Mississippi, you had a passion for children and their families and success. And I can't wait to see how that passion translates into the lives and success of all of our students here in the state of Maryland. Thank you for taking on the challenge as being our new superintendent. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I'm not going to belabor this again. I want to just thank you, Dr. Wright. And I'm just excited about what this means for our children. We tried to keep a singular focus on educating our children. So I'm excited about what this is going to mean for our children. I'd like to give you now an opportunity to express any comments you may have at this time.
I would. Thank you so much. I need to say I'm just humbled and honored to be selected to serve as Maryland's new state superintendent of schools. Most of all, I am so grateful to all of you on the board for giving me this amazing opportunity. I consider it a privilege to work alongside you and the team at the State Department and the educators and families across all of our 24 school systems. You know, growing up in Maryland and spending the majority of my career in Maryland, I knew how good our schools were, and I also know how much better we can be. So I'm energized by this work. This is work that I love, and I am committed to doing everything that I can possibly do to improve outcomes for our children. You know, since being appointed your interim superintendent, I've been doing a lot of listening and learning from not only the team at MSDE, but the local superintendents, teachers, educators, students, and families. You know, and my goal is to listen to all voices and then make decisions that I feel are in the best interest of children. And I also believe in supporting the adults and doing everything we can to build teacher and leader capacity. And my goal is to listen to all voices at all times. We're going to continue to focus on literacy at every level, from pre-kindergarten through high school. We want all of our children to be as successful as they can possibly be, and it's our job to support them to get there. And it's going to require a whole group of us working together to make sure that these children are successful when they walk our stage. But I also know I cannot do this job and realize my vision for Maryland alone. You know, working together with state partners, with local school systems, communities, families, we have an opportunity here to support our excellent schools and also to make them the envy of the nation. And I am committed and determined to make Maryland the education destination. So with that, I just want to say thank you again for your confidence and thank you for this extraordinary opportunity. It means a great deal to me. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you much. Thank you. Dr. Michael, did you want to say anything? And then we will entertain a motion to adjourn. Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Yes, congratulations, Dr. Wright. As I outlined before you came on, we looked all across the country, and you came to us as one of the top national leaders, and our thorough search found that you have both the experience and knowledge of being a Marylander and of Maryland schools, and the disposition, experience, and skill set to lead the reform and the improvement in public schools. So welcome to the full term. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
President Crawford.
This might be, again, one of our shorter meetings. Maybe we're all of our meetings. Let us now, the floor is now open for a motion to allow us to adjourn. Mr. Paul, and seconded by Dr. Millie McCarthy. Seeing no discussion of the motion, let us take a vote. Those in favor of the motion to adjourn, please say aye and raise your hand. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain. Looks like the motion carries. And again, thank you so much. We'll see everyone bright and early Tuesday morning.
Yes, indeed.
Thank
We'll
you much, everyone. Have a great
Thank you.
weekend.
Have a
Thank
great evening. Bye.